G'day everybody, it's Gerard Gray here from Dickens Real Estate, and today I'm coming to you from the top end of Island Street. And as I do every year, I just wanted to give you a bit of a wrap up and keep you informed on all the things that have happened in our business scene during 2019 so that you can work out what it is you're going to do or who it is you're going to drop in on when you're up visiting us in our beautiful part of the world next time. In the real estate scene itself, if you watched my 2018 wrap-up, you'll have heard me suggest that time on market was about to build and listing numbers would be increasing during 2019. And guess what? That was pretty well spot on. Prices stayed fairly even for the year overall, and in general, it was a strong one. In particular the last quarter, which really brought the market home strong, ready for what was poised to be a huge January. Well, the fire threat put a hold on what traditionally is the busiest month of the year. But with the smoke clearing and some genuine buyers remaining active, we still had a pretty good month, albeit behind what a normal January would have looked like. Speaking of smoke, that has made me run a little late with bringing this to you as well. Normally Rick and I have this filmed and in the can during the first week of the month, right after he finishes bringing us all his mountain film tour in late December. But as they say, better late than never, so here we go. Now in my last wrap up, I did miss a couple of really important businesses when I forgot to tell you about that the Bright News Agency had changed hands. Also, I missed a huge startup when I inadvertently forgot to tell you that we have a taxi again here in Bright with Bright Alpine Taxis. A huge thanks to Jack and Vicky for bringing a taxi service back to town, and I even saw Jack out with customers on Christmas Day. What a sterling effort. Okay, so now that I'm back on track, I can't help but start with a business handover that was pretty hard to miss. I'm standing here at Velo. Now, a lot of you will know Velo's been with us for about a decade or so, but last year cycling champion Wayne Hildred sold it to cycling wannabe champion Tim Briggs, and I've got Tim with me now. Tim, mate, the place is looking fantastic. Tell us a bit about what you've been doing.
Well, this is stage one of the Bright Velo reconstruction. Now what we've done here is we've painted it in the colours that are traditional with the actual building when it was in 1842, and we're trying to bring it back to its previous history.
And look, it's looking fantastic. It's actually such a nice lift for the top end of town. But this is stage one. Obviously we've got the Ecom and the cafe going. There's heaps more planned for the future.
Yeah, stage 2 and 3 involves a little bit more hospitality as well as upgrading a lot of the rooms and areas.
Yeah, well kudos to you, mate. It's looking fantastic, and thanks for doing it because I think everyone in town's loving what you're doing.
Thank you very much.
Now from the centre of town, I'm going to take you back out to your Robin for a great place for locals and visitors alike to drop into, and that is Tatunka Gardens. This is situated where the Rose Farm used to be, and Tammy and Dave Van Loon have put in a stack of work to bring their ideas to fruition. Now although they've got heaps of other ideas coming on, already it's a great place to drop in, wander around their beautiful gardens, sit and enjoy a coffee, ice cream, or shop for a range of plants, gifts or homewares. Local postmaster of like forever, Brian Smith, has licked his last stamp when the Bright Post Office changed hands. This has been purchased by Paul Kruger and Fiona Derhams. They packed up, moved up to Bright, bought themselves a new future and haven't looked back. Nigel and Rebecca Earl have enjoyed their 18-month break, but like all good entrepreneurs, they couldn't sit still for too long, and towards the end of last year, they purchased Babanti Pizzeria. And after lots of planning, they've now reopened as Morses Creek Bakery and Pizza, where they specialise in wood-fired pizzas, sourdoughs, as well as fresh sangers and some of their classic bakery lines. Now, not satisfied with just one space, when the opportunity arose, they also snapped up Chockers next door. In Anderson Street, Cherry Walk was bought by Leanne Whiteley, and she is continuing to set a really high bar for breakfast, lunches, coffee and cakes. After running up Mount Buffalo 40 times in 40 days, What You Eat owner John Sultan decided to change the name of his business to Wild Thyme. He continues to focus on plant-rich food and how good that is for you. He also focuses on climate change and what you can do about it. Not the one you're thinking though. John will tell you about climate change within, the one that we've got the easiest control over. We now have a co-working space in the arcade below Doomoo Cafe and just behind So Bright. So if you're here on holidays in town or you're living here permanently, you've got a space where you can drop in and get all your work done so that you don't have to set up on the kitchen table. Jump onto their website, brightcoworking.com.au, to book yourself some time. Now around in Camp Street, rock salt was sold to Paul and Rissa Meddings. Paul and Rissa specialise in cracking freshly made potato cakes and hand-cut chips and getting you fresh fish cooked however you like it. Heading down Barnard Street, Mr Pom's has had a refresh by new operators Kimmy Jin and Nadia Edwards. Pom Pom's Juice Bar has an ever-evolving menu that includes fresh seasonal foods that are bursting with flavours. Also in Barnard Street, you'll find About My Sister, which is the sister shop for Star Road Trader. About My Sister really hits the mark for casual items that you're looking for through to something you might wear out to a party. They've got casual footwear as well and a great range of menswear. Next is Sir Loins. Where Walker Brothers was located in Barnard Street, you'll find this moody and intimate New York style venue with flashy cocktails and A-grade steaks. This hidden gem is located underground and it offers a relaxed and casual atmosphere, perfect for date night or small groups. Around in Star Road, you can now find Brightside. And this is a new shop that's been brought to us by Tim Goddard and Cindy Luhella. At Brightside, they're focusing on outdoor activities and street style. In there, they've got a great mix of clothing, shoes, hats, skateboards, trail running apparel and equipment. The Yard Bar is brought to us by David and Natalie Featherston of Elm Dining fame. This Day of the Dead themed venue is the perfect alfresco space for lazy afternoon sessions, pre or post dinner drinks. Just think good beats, great eats, cocktails, jugs of sangria and mountain views. Out in Harrietville, the Bottom Pub, as it's known locally, as in the Harrietville Hotel Motel, also changed hands in 2019. It's now being run by proud owners Ross and Di Lallard. These guys got busy straight away with works. They're creating a resort style feel with a new outdoor beer garden and bar. Why not drop in and see them next time you're in Harrietville? And of course, I really should give ourselves a plug because in 2019, after 15 years of being business partners, my wife Kelly and I became the sole owners of Dickens Real Estate. Now, hopefully you've noticed, you may or may not have, but we've done a whole host of colour changes here at Dickens. We've got new signage, we've got new window display, we've got a new website, and the building's been painted inside and out as well. We think it's looking fantastic. At Dickens, we've got you covered. We do holiday rentals, permanent rentals of residential, commercial, industrial and storage sheds, and we're really proud to be your market leaders for all your sale needs, whether that be in town or out of town. We've always got a great selection of properties, and right now my weekly email goes out to over 10,000 people keeping an eye on what's happening in our beautiful part of the world. Look, and as always, thanks so much for watching. We just can't wait to see you guys here in 2020.